Dubai, Dubai, Dubai. I think this is the most beautiful place in the world. Or is it? Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Gladys Wanjiru Karobia, and on today's video, we are going to be talking about things that shocked me while living in Dubai. Let's get into it. Dubai is extremely hot, especially during summer. So this is what happened, guys. Before I came to Dubai, I asked a friend of mine what things I need to buy. Mostly I was asking about clothes, and I asked her if I can carry a lot of sweaters, and she told me I do not need any sweaters. So I was just trying to protect myself, and of course our typical parents, the way they are, I want you to carry these sweaters. I don't want you to call me that you're having any cold or anything like that. Pack these sweaters. So I went ahead. I remember even buying trench coats, and I packed all of them, and then I came. But I was shocked because once I reached Dubai and I went outside the airport, it was very, very hot. It like something just slapped my face, the humidity and everything. It was extremely hot. And then I was like, where am I even doing with all these sweaters that I packed? So if you're planning to come to Dubai, you don't need any of those sweaters or trench coats. You don't need them because the weather here, you don't even need a sweater. Dubai is expensive. Whenever I'm trying to buy something, I tend to find myself converting the money to Kenyan shillings. And then I'm like, wow, this is expensive. What if I was getting the same thing in Kenya? I'll probably be getting a stock of it. And another thing is, let me just use an example of rent. The amount of rent like you can pay here, or let me just use myself, like I pay here. When I convert it into Kenyan shillings, I'm like, yo, I should be having a room in the president's house, like literally. But of course, expensive varies from person to person, because something might be expensive for me and another person might be cheap for them. But this is just my own opinion though. Another thing that shocked me is that you use a bus card and the buses do not have a conductor. Because back home in Kenya, we have matatus, buses, and there is a conductor, the person who will just be collecting the fare of where you're going. But when I got here, I found that you need to have a bus card. So you need to load some money in the bus card. Then you're supposed to tap. There's a machine in the bus you're supposed to tap. And then the machine will be deducting the amount of where you're going. Then once you reach your destination, you're supposed to tap out with the same bus card. And I was like, wow, I've never seen anything like this. Honestly, I was actually very shocked at first, but of course you get used to it. But I was like, wow. And also we have the buses that automatically calls out destinations, unlike home where we have conductors screaming at the top of their voices saying things like Nairobi, 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 Thika, 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 which is quite interesting, of course. But then this now shocked me because I wasn't used to it. I have never seen anything like that. Another thing that shocked me is that there are no police roadblocks on the roads. Back home, we have police on the roads, either controlling traffic or some other things. Whereas in Dubai, there are cameras on the roads. Like, for example, if you commit an offense, let's say like you're overspeeding, your car will be recorded and you will pay a fine. And I was quite shocked because I have never seen anything like that. There is no rainy season in Dubai. That still shocks me up to date. Because back home we have rainy seasons, which are so exciting, especially when the rain hits the ground and you get that earthy smell. And that's what most of the time you miss. But what they do here, they have this thing called cloud seeding. I don't know much about it. Just go ahead and do your research on that. But so this is where you do cloud seeding and then it gets to rain. But of course, you can't really compare it with home because it's a different kind of thing when it's raining back at home. And that is something that it still shocks me up to date. Dubai is 247. That means people don't sleep. And I think it's because of the weather, because it's very hot, and so people tend to be active at night, because you find people even walking around 3 a.m. and it's like it's 10 in the morning. And another thing is that you can be walking around that time and you're using your phone comfortably without having to watch your back, like someone can grab your phone and things like that. And another thing is that you find stores are open around that time, like things are still running even when it's at night. And that's quite an interesting thing that I found here that really amazed me. Another thing that got me is that Dubai have some very strict rules, and if you don't follow them, it's gonna cost you. Like for example, let's say you're in the bus and you didn't tap your bus card. Maybe your bus card didn't have money, or you chose not to tap. If you're caught by the police, there is a way they can check to see whether you tapped your bus card. And if you didn't, they will take your details and then they're gonna give you a fine, and they will not chase you to pay the fine. The reason is it's because you will never exit the country before you pay that fine. And so this really amazed me, because you find that you have to keep on abiding by the rules in order to avoid all the fines, and because at the end of the day your pockets is the ones which are gonna suffer. In some cases you might find yourself also in jail. And that is it for today's video, guys. I really hope this video was interesting. Also, let me know down on the comment section below some of the things that you're familiar with. Also, if you are not yet here in Dubai, some of the things that you may have heard about Dubai. Also, give this video a like because it will help me here on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel as well so that you will not miss any more content like this, and also more content about self-improvement. Also, click on that notification bell that will help you not to miss any uploads I do. Until next week, bye bye.